Hey guys, Paul from Net Audio here, and we're going to talk about one of our products that we've been doing for a while now. It's not on the website officially, but it will be coming soon. Every time we mention it to our customers who call, they always get excited, so I thought we would share that with you today. This enclosure is designed to fit the 2001 up to 2006, 2007 classic Chevy and GMC crew cab trucks. So that's the trucks with the full four doors. And in those trucks, there's actually two different platforms. There's a 1500, which is its own thing. And then there's the 1500 HD, and then your 3500 HD trucks. And the difference is the back seat. So the 1500 has a back seat that's its own creation. The HD trucks have a back seat that's based off of what's in the Tahoe. So the seat itself is different, the space under it is different, but mainly the space behind it and what's on the back wall. This enclosure was designed off of the 1500 trucks because there's less modifications. There's still like your floor jack storage, there's some studs that come up out of the floor, there's vents on the back wall that have to be trimmed down, and then there's studs on the wall for those. So there's stuff that has to be removed, but then it gives us a big open blank canvas. On the HD trucks, all the same stuff, but then there's a metal lip. There's a little shelf it's like tiny little sheet metal lip that will have to be removed. So that's a little more cutting, still not anything like major, but it is a permanent modification. Keep that in mind. So this works on any of those crew cab platforms in the 01 to 2006, 2007 range. If you're familiar with those trucks, or if you have one, I had a 2006, and the space is extremely limited. Under the seat on the 1500s, practically non-existent. Behind the seat, it's there, but it's very tight. Our enclosure design for that truck is only 1.5 cubic foot, roughly around 4.5 inches or so of mounting depth, depending on the woofer. Just not a lot of space. So if you're wanting like big heart-pounding type of bass in a pickup, that's not the way to do it. We had done some work off and on for another stereo shop, and for the life of me, I can't think of their name, I'm sorry. And he said, hey man, have you ever done this? And what he was talking about was moving the seat forward. I told him, I was like, man, I looked at doing that for my truck, and I didn't see how it would benefit. He said, no man, I swear it works great. So I took his advice, and that's what we did, is we made seat brackets to move the seat forward. It's 2.5 inches. Sounds like a lot. It's really not terrible. You can still sit back there very comfortably, and as an adult, you still have more room than the extended cab pickups do. The seat still functions and everything just like normal, so the seat bottom still flips up. It still allows the seat back to fold down. You can get, complete flat cargo space back there. You just unbolt the seat, you put in our spacers and shift it forward. Now we have 3.25 cubic foot of airspace. That still gives us plenty of room to from the seat back to the front of the enclosure. Still, like I said, allows the seat to flip forward. It still gives you plenty of room for putting amplifiers under the back seat. Now we have something we can do some real bass with. The way it works, you just unbolt the seat, you put in the brackets, and all we're doing is this will bolt to the factory stud, and you put this stud through the factory location on the seat, and you bolt it back down. That is it. We've done it locally. We've shipped it to a couple of different customers for them to try out in the wild. We wanted to know that someone other than a shop could figure this out, and he said, man, we had no problem putting in, and it worked great. With 3.25 cubic foot, what we've done is 2 10s ported. We did 3 12s sealed in a custom variation. This one is actually 2 12s ported in a crew cab Chevy pickup. What he's running is 2 shallow 12s. I think they're the Sundown SLD 12s. He's gonna have roughly 1,000, 1,500-ish watts ported in a space where you would normally think that there's no room for doing big bass. So that's a big deal. In this case, he also opted to do birch. He wanted to step up and do the birch for the material, just because it does give us a little bit more rigid of an enclosure. We already have it, it's like super braced inside and everything, so we're not worried about that. But then he also opted for us to recess the subs just for a little bit more seat clearance. It's not really necessary. For 3.25 cubic foot, even with the recess, we're running a little over 6 inches of mounting depth. That really depends on what subs it is that you're wanting to run, because it's a game of balance with the angled front. It's mounting depth and magnet diameter. That's what really gets in the way, is the magnet. We also have our option of doing our metal back plates on the back of the enclosure to give us an extra 3/4 inch of mounting depth. Again, that really helps us with extra clearance. You can put some big subs in here. We did 3 12W3s sealed, so 1500 watts on 312 sealed in a pickup like this. That's a lot of bass, and that was actually a sound quality installation. There's a lot of possibilities. So 3 1/4 cubic foot, 2 or 3 tens sealed, definitely ported. Whatever 12s you want to do in a sealed box, for sure, especially if you're doing shallow subs, you could do 4 shallow 12s across the front of this box in a sealed box. That's a lot. 8s, of course, you can do 3 or 4 plus 8s in a ported enclosure. Lots and lots and lots of options for it. These are all made to order. You get your choice on carpet colors, so you can do the tans and grays and graphites. You can do black, whatever is going to best match your truck. You know, in the customization world, the possibilities are honestly endless. So if there's anything that you've got in mind, something that you've wanted to try or do, definitely hit us up. You can hit us in the comments below. You can shoot me an email at paul@netaudio.com. Call the shop at 940-767-1800. Hit us up on Facebook and Instagram and all the chats. Definitely leave us a comment, and we can hit you up and help you out. Thanks, guys.